This build series follows my journey as a backyard restorer, restomodding a 1964 EH Holden panelvan equipped with not only a 3.8 litre Commodore V6 engine, but also an independent front end, an independent rear end, and all the mod cons you'd expect from a true restomod. All of this thanks to a promise I made to my dying father, ensuring that his last car that he started to restore got finished. Yesterday I made a start on the exhaust, so let's get you up to speed. What we're looking at is obviously we've got the extractors, they're just V6 conversions ones, and then so now I'm having to do obviously all the parts here. So we've got a 2-inch extractor, 2-inch cat, and then into 2.5-inch muffler and exhaust out to the rest. So I bought a whole heap of bends and I'm literally just, I spent the day yesterday just tacking everything up and just sort of fiddling with things and that. So what I've done is I've gone through, obviously we've got extractor, bend, and then I'm putting on the V-band clamps. If you remember from the previous couple of builds, I'm a big fan of the V-band clamps because I can literally just maneuver it wherever I need to. So that's cool. And then, yeah, into a cat. And then we've got a step up or a reducer, so it's a 2.5 to 2 reducer. Put that into there, and then into the mufflers. So I bought just Lukey mufflers, just off the shelf, just your generic $100 mufflers and that. And so as you can see, I've replicated it on both sides. So even got the level out and made them sure they were level that way and level this way. And yeah, it's pretty happy with it all actually. It's come up all right. So yeah, that's sort of where I'm up to at the moment. And then yeah, obviously with these cats, they come with the bungs already in there. So obviously didn't need an O2 sensor on this side. And then this side, taking the bung out, and that's my wiring for the O2 sensor. So that all just plugs straight in nicely. So yeah, I think that's come up pretty good, I reckon. Good clearance on the cross member and that there. And yeah, pretty happy with the result, to be honest, up to this point. So what the plan today is I need to go from mufflers out the back. So what I'll be doing is looping it back in under the tail shaft, right? And then I've got the X pipe, which is probably pointless at this point because of the mufflers are pre-X pipe, and the X pipe is designed for scavenging hot gases and whatnot. So they're going to be a bit cooler, but that's the only spot that I could put the mufflers because I'm just basically using the profile of that frame there. That's the best place that I can actually tuck the mufflers up. If you look anywhere else, I can't really tuck the mufflers up. Even at the back here, the only real spot I could put it would be under here. And I'm just not a fan of having it under there and going up over there and whatnot. So it was literally the only spot that I had available for the mufflers. But anyway, so yeah, we'll come through and then under here, and then like a VE or a VF, we'll run it underneath the profile here of the diff, and then I'll come out and then go out and do some dump pipes. So that's what we've got here. It's just an X-Force, just a muffler system just bought off online. And so yeah, I've just been butchering it up. So some of those cuts I've already taken out today, yesterday and whatnot. So I'll use the rest of that in some of those bends. I'll literally chop the hot dogs off because I don't need those. I'll just use that X pipe, and then I'll just use these back bits for coming up and over that. That all is the plan. In terms of mounting at the back here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I probably need to have maybe a mount at the end for the tailpipe. And I know I'll definitely need one, on the diff here for, that part. I reckon they're my only two real mounting points that I need to do from here to there. So, I don't know, just make it up as we go, I guess. So let's get into it. That's been a mission, but we got there in the end. So that's going to be the final resting place for the X-Pipe. What I did is, obviously I was using these pieces here because these are the ones obviously on the exhaust that you buy off the shelf. They're designed for a VE, VF configuration to go around the diff and that. And what I've noticed is that the V6 conversions frame, it basically, the exhaust followed the frame dimensions and that as well. So while I probably should have done it, or normally you do an exhaust from the front to the back, I did this piece first because I wanted to be able to make the profiles fit around there and that. And so the sequence was, I got this one fitting in nicely because this one cleared the back of the diff and it just had all the right angles and that. So that was as is. Then I fitted up the next one, but the next one sort of finished about here. So it was nowhere near where it needed to be. But I ended up putting a weld in because I could then, I've got that little gap there. As you can see, I've got this little gap that's sort of cut out in the frame itself. So I could make them sort of come out at the same spot where I wanted them to. So I put a little weld in there, so just to join them together, which then made it easy. I could then just suspend the other side of it. I just put a strap in there just to sort of roughly get the height so it can support it. And so the only sort of clearance part here is just on this diff here, which I'll whack that down a little bit more and then they'll be fine. But as you can see, it's got good clearance everywhere else, right? So got that. So then cut off the hot dogs on the X-Pipe. And then all I needed was a little wedge piece to go in there. So that all lined up nicely to that. And then that's now on the same plane as the tail shaft, which then left this part here because it was way out here. Now, I end up making a cut through here and very serendipitously, it actually fits. So all I needed to do was cut out a piece of, like just a piece out of it, probably about that long, which was the rest of it. And then all of those angles just all lined up. Like you couldn't script that. And so now, as you can see, basically just using that same piece and yeah, it all just lined up. Like I was blown away. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing up just the mount here at the back here. What I'm going to use is just from Amazon. They have little exhaust kits and whatnot, but I'm actually reusing one of the existing mounts that was on the VF kit, and I'll weld that one onto that, and then that one onto that plate, and then that'll give me my little mount at the back. And once I have that in place, then I can work out the final pieces to go into there. And then these here are easy. That's the tailpipes are the last easy bits in that. So how I did this, how that's hanging up there is I've just got a little hook just on the sway bar, just on both sides and that. So I know that it was in the right spot where I want it to be to get the clearances for everything I need. Probably needs to go back a little bit. About there, that's about where it's meant to be. But once I put this mount on, it'll work itself out. update time. I have basically got it all the way up to the end of the diff there, but I'm just not happy with it. So I think what I'm going to do, let's just have a quick look. So got it coming out of the muffler, right into the cross pipe, and then up and under, and this part here is all pretty good, got good clearance and all that. Got a mount on the back of the housing here, the frame, whatever it's called. So that's all nice. Yeah. But if you can see, I've still got to hook up that next muffler, right? That's the gap that I've got to the tail shaft. Now, I dropped it down before, and the lowest part, which is about there, is still like 130 mil off the ground. So I only need to be 100 mil clearance, but I just don't like how I've got that big gap there. I'm not, it would be fine, but I'm not happy with it. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to chop out this bit here, right? I'm going to move that X pipe all the way back so it's at that plane there, right? So instead of having this little drop down, right, which this would have been on the factory sort of muffler, there would have been drop down for something. For some reason, there would have been a drop down there. I've kept it in there, and you know, as you can see on both sides, it's there on both sides, right? So what I'm going to do is chop that out, move that back. I didn't like how this was turned out anyway, so I'll chop all that out. Then I can twist that bit of pipe up, right? So see how at the moment it's down like that. I can actually twist it up because it's on the V band. I'll twist it up slightly, and then I'll get these two level, and then I'll just fill in what the gap is. So most guys would probably let that go, but I'm a little bit pedantic, so I'm just going to spend that extra bit of time today, chop that up, and just get it right. All right, job done. I'm glad that I took that time this morning to change that up. So it's, yeah, it follows the profile of the tail shaft a lot better. It means now that the exhaust isn't the lowest part, the mufflers are now the lowest part. Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with how that's come out. So let's run through it in its entirety. So we've got the extractors coming out of the engine, obviously. Then we've got twin cats with the O2 sensor on this side. I think I actually have to flip that around because I think the O2 sensor needs to be on the front of the cat. So I might have to flip that one around yet, but I'll play with that later on. Then into the mufflers. Obviously, I had to go with the mufflers there because this is the only real spot, nook and cranny that I could put a muffler. There's no real anywhere else that I could have hidden them. So I wanted to make use of that big area up there to be able to tuck that up. What I've used is a Land Cruiser exhaust mount. So it's nut and bolt. And then I've made these brackets to be able to be removed, just to be able to sort of get in there and finish painting, everything like that. Whether I weld them or not, I'm not sure or what I'll do yet, but I think I'll just leave them as they are. And then, yeah, they're sort of just mounted up there nicely. So that's rubber mounts there. And then we then go into the X pipe. Now, ideally, you'd want that X pipe before the mufflers, but again, that's just where I had to put it. But at least I'll be able to put one on. And then they wrap around the diff, and then I've got a mount at the back here, rubber mount at the back here. So then that goes onto the IRS bracketry. And then the last thing I've got to do is I'm just going to chop those bits off there. I'll get some more V bands, and then I'll just run two pipes out just to finish it off, which I can do at some other point. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. Well, that'll about wrap it up for this episode. But if you've made it this far and you're enjoying this build, make sure you smash that subscribe button because every little bit helps. I think next episode I've got fan shroud to get mounted up. And as you can see, I've started to mount up some of the front end and that, trans cooler, and still got my big list of things up there. But yeah, it's progressing well. I reckon by the time next episode comes out, I reckon I'm almost up to tearing it back down again to keep going on panel work. So it's getting cold here now. It's winter, so I am full guns blazing trying to get all the panel work done for spring so that I can get it painted. But anyway, stay tuned for more episodes, and we'll catch you next time.